Should you invest in a standing desk? Coming up. Hello and welcome back to the Freelanceverse. Thanks so much for everyone who tuned in last week in the live stream Q&A. It was a pleasure to hang out for half an hour with all of you. It was really fun and it always is very well received, so I'm going to keep that going. Now, this is the first official video of 2024. As you know, what that means, new year, new me, right? For a lot of people, it's the start of new resolutions, new goals. And one of them for a lot of people is health related, right? People tend to be more active in the beginning of the year. They have more fitness goals, more health goals. They want to lose weight, gain muscle, etc. Now, whether it is a resolution for you or if you're more like me and health and fitness is kind of a everyday thing for you that you're obsessed with, like I am definitely obsessed with that, with what I put in my body, how I can, optimize my health. Freelance translation and freelancing in general, working from home is definitely not the optimal job you can have if you want to live healthy. So you have to be, if you want to take care of your health, you really have to be first aware of, is what you do actually healthy or not? And if it's not, like what we do is definitely not healthy, you have to adapt your free time and your off work time accordingly. Freelance translation tends to be a quite sedentary job, right? You're sitting, maybe you're even stressed, you work a lot, you're in front of the screen all the time. So it's really important that you do take care of yourself. Your future selves in 10, 20 years will definitely thank you for that if you take care now, because if you have the bad back, if you have the bad eyes, if you have anxiety disorder, etc., then it's too late, right? It's better to start now. Well, it's never too late, but it's harder to get rid of it. So better if you're starting out to think of it now, think of working ergonomically and think of not building up too much stress. Mind the stress curve, if you remember it. I made a video on it. You can click here if you're interested. Now, taking care of one's body comes in 3 waves. Number 1 is nutrition, number 2 is movement, and number 3 is mental health. I would say 2 of these 3 are really easy to do as a translator, as a freelancer working from home. That is nutrition and mental health. Because I'm saying it's easy, it's not super easy, but it's easier than the movement, because you're working from home, so you do have time to cook. You don't spend too much time in commuting, right? So I basically spend the time that I used to spend commuting, I spend now preparing healthy whole food meals. And the mental health is also relatively easy to achieve because you don't have a boss that is kind of, nagging you down, and you don't have to live within a corporate structure. So you are technically very free. Of course, there are other mental stressors, but mental health is easier to achieve as a freelancer than as an employed person. Same goes with nutrition, because you're mostly eating at home and not away, right? So the fast food, the easy snacking and around is not really around if you're not buying it, bringing it into your own house. So that's why I'm saying 2 of the 3 health pillars are easy to achieve, but the movement, of course, is the hardest part. Because even if you have a sedentary job in an office setting, at least you are going there in the morning and you're coming back, like you're walking between offices, you're going to meetings. So at least you will have some kind of movement, some kind of steps, some social interaction as well. That all helps. But if you don't pay attention at home as a freelance translator, it can happen that you do like 50 steps a day, just going to the toilet, right? And that is incredibly unhealthy. That's really bad for you. It's bad for your back, it's bad for your circulation, it's bad for your legs, bad for your mental state as well, bad for your heart for sure. Human bodies are definitely not made for that, right? We are not made for sitting in an armchair for 10 hours a day, looking at the screen as well of a way too short distance usually, right? Now, there are plenty of things you can do. There is stretching exercises, yoga you can do regularly. You can go for walks, you can go to the gym, do any kind of sports that you like if gym is not your thing. You can do eye exercises as well to really keep the focus in focus, basically. So look away from your screen, look out the window if you can, focus on a point far away, and then come back and go back. So, shift the focus. That's really healthy for your eyes, as well as wearing blue light glasses. These are my actual glasses. I also have lenses. So if I had the lenses in, and then I don't need the glasses, of course, but then I still have blue light glasses that are just simple glasses. They don't look good, but I just put them on for the screen. These, my actual glasses, they have a blue light filter included. So if you're getting new glasses and you're working in an office setting, I definitely recommend to get the blue light filter on your lenses. One more thing you can do, and that's what this video is mainly about, is standing desks, right? Working in an office doesn't mean you have to necessarily sit. And this is really a game changer. Once you realize that and you can afford it, you can invest it. And I'm saying invest, but standing desks actually have become much more affordable in the last years. I think particularly during COVID, people realized, okay, we need a healthy ergonomic workstation at home, right? So let's invest a bit more. And the manufacturers saw that demand, so the price came down significantly. I remember in 2016, I looked into one and they were still so expensive. You couldn't find anything under €1,000. So I actually went for like a, one of these presenter tables that you have at conferences. So I bought one of these back in the day and was working there. But then when we moved in this apartment, I sold it or I gave it away, I don't remember. And then here I invested in a proper standing desk, because now any kind of furniture store that is in your area will have them, and they came down in price significantly. Also, the sponsor of today's video, Makiba, has a great range of products. I'm going to link them down below. I'm going to talk about it more in a second, but they definitely have also great products on offer. If you invest in a standing desk, it's of course your office material, so it's tax deductible, right? Always remember that. I know I mentioned it now in almost every video, but people sometimes forget that you can deduct things from taxes and you can save a lot of money like that. Benefits of standing desks are really endless, right? Even just standing for like half of your working day, that's what I usually do. I tend to like either stand in the morning or stand in the afternoon and then sit the other half of the day. It can improve your physical, metabolic, even your mental health as well. Your posture will get improved, definitely, significantly. You are less likely to have cardiovascular issues, which can lead to heart disease, so you're less likely for heart disease as well. If you keep switching between sitting and standing up, it really increases your blood circulation. Your blood flow is much more improved, because if you're sitting like this and your hips are always at an angle, so are your knees, then your blood is never really flowing properly through your legs, right? So having that healthy balance of standing up and sitting down can improve that a lot. If you suffer from back pain, I can almost guarantee you it will at least not go away, but at least improve significantly if you spend a few hours a day standing, because you build muscles in your core, you build muscles in your lower back, upper back, shoulders. Your shoulders tend to be much further back when you're standing. When you're sitting, you tend to crouch over and slump over. But when you're standing, you're already aware of what you're doing, and you stand much more upright. So your whole core will benefit from that. If you do stand for a longer time at the standing desk, I do recommend to wear house shoes or slippers, because in the beginning I didn't, and it can really hurt your feet after a while. Your ball of the feet in the back, it can really start to hurt. So now I have very nice ergonomic slippers, and with them I can stand for hours and it's no problem. Since you will always move around a bit, right? Especially in meetings, when I record something for a video and I'm using the standing desk and I watch it back, I see myself always moving around, walking slightly, right? And these are all steps. So you're moving, you're building muscles, you lower your risk of obesity as well significantly, right? And with that, you also lower the risk of diabetes, of course. So it's all connected. You burn more calories, you burn more fat, especially visceral fat that is lying between your organs. That's really the dangerous one, That's what you should try to get rid of first, because that can reduce the risk of cancers. As I said, your posture will be improved. You will have less neck pain as well, which is kind of a common problem of freelance translators. It's wrist and neck pain, and that I have seen reduced significantly since I'm using the standing desk. Overall, you will feel more active because your body is not in a constant sedentary state, right? It's active, it's moving around, it knows that it has to be alert, it's during the day, because you should be only sitting and laying in the evening or in the morning when you have nothing to do, right? That's when your body can go shut down and go into a resting mode. But during the day, I want to be active. So it's much easier. You have much more energy to be active when you're standing anyways. And last but not least, there is even some evidence coming out now that you are more productive and more creative if you're standing, which is exactly what we want when we are self-employed, right? That's how you move forward if you find creative ways of doing business. So I really love my standing desk and I wouldn't like to give it away. Now, as you can see, simple lifestyle change can really change your life, change your working life and your private life. So I was more than happy when Makiba, a French standing desk manufacturer, reached out to me and wanted to work with me together. But I am aware that standing desks are, okay, they're more affordable now, but they're still expensive for a lot of you out there, right? So I know this is not achievable for everyone. So I understand when people are building like, you know, little towers with boxes at home to work like that. So I was really happy when they sent me a sample, a product that they have called the Harry, which is a very affordable solution to a standing desk. All you need is a normal desk. It builds up on that, it's a tabletop standing desk basically. They asked me if they can send it to me for a video. I said, sure, why not? I received it a few days ago. I recorded a clip when it first arrived. So let's look at it together. Check out what just arrived from the lovely company of Makiba, their Harry tabletop. So this is basically for everyone who doesn't want to invest in a big standing desk. This is a tabletop that goes on top of your table and then acts as a standing desk. So I'm going to show you how it looks like, what it looks like, and then I will review it. All right, check it out. It was super easy to set up, and now it literally just made my desk into a standing desk. This is amazing. It just clicks into place here, and then you can adjust the table for the keyboard if you use one, and the table for the top. And now let me get a shot of me actually working there. Don't know if you can see it, but it works amazingly. I mean, I can even put this one higher, so I put this here, and now it's perfect for a standing desk. There's space for a mouse here as well. Really happy. Thank you so much, Makiba, for sending this. If you want to check it out as well, make sure to click the link in the description. I can definitely recommend this. It's much cheaper than a normal standing desk that moves up and down. I also have that in the other room, so I can use both, but this is really cool. I could also see this kind of be convenient when you're working maybe on the sofa or so, and have this part here between your legs, and then have the laptop on here and work like this. So I will definitely find nice application for this. So thank you very much for sending it over. As you can see, an amazing product. I'm so happy that they reached out to me, and I hope it will help some of you guys' health out there. If it even just helps 1 or 2 people, I'm very happy with that. Because trust me, you don't want to look back in 10, 20 years and think, oh, if only I would have invested these couple €100 for something that can benefit me so much. Because whatever you don't do during your working day, you have to do afterwards. So why not take these movements, take these steps already in during the day, then you can take it more easy off in your off time. Thanks so much again to Makiba for sponsoring this episode, and I see you next Monday with a very highly requested video. It's an update on a classic. See you then.